Hello my friends and welcome back in. Well, today we're going to take a quick look through scenery techniques. This is the fourth in the series of the Wargame series booklets, and each of these different booklet series within the Wargame family focuses on a different technique. This happens to be, well, as the title explains, about scenery techniques. Now this is all about making different types of textures, wood effects, rock effects, stone effects, and of course this can be used across all different types of modeling and dioramas, not just wargaming. This reference is 87 pages, just full of references and different techniques on how to create different textures and such. And as we move through the book, what I really appreciate about it is that we'll have examples of real life situations, so rocks and stones and wood and things like that. And then we have a how-to on how to create, maybe oftentimes in different formats, so different colors, different sorts of grains and such, different textures within the book. So we can work on rocks, we can work on marble, we can work on granite, all sorts of different things. And this again can be universal across all of our modeling. And then we also have longer form projects here. So this will be where maybe an idea or some textures will be incorporated into a small scene, giving you a real sense of how these can be used on your own dioramas and scenic spaces. And now for the fun part. So as we start moving through the book and we get into these little bit longer form projects, well, I'm very grateful that 3 of my works have been included within this publication. So that's a great honor here. So first off, we have this rock outcropping. So the theme here would be the rock, and on top of that I built this nice chalet sort of structure, a castle sort of structure. And as you can see, this is the real life one right here, still sits on my shelf. And then within the book are the different how-to steps in order to create that particular piece. Next we move on to Trudy's Junkyard. Now this is the most complex of my projects that's within these pages here. This is a Warhammer 40k type of a setup, and the idea here is kind of a Mad Max post-apocalyptic. Trudy runs this junkyard and she's being attacked by some scavengers and they're coming through here. But throughout these pages here on this tutorial is a lot of the how-to on how to make these rock outcroppings, again in the rear of the base, and all the little elements that fit in front. And then finally the third is this stone house. Now if you've been into any of my workshops recently, you might have seen this stone house, because that travels with me sometimes as we talk about how to carve into foam to make rocks and stones. And so this is my example of that, once again detailed out throughout the pages of the book here. Moving on to other people's works and more references, we deal with water, we start pouring some resin here, and again this book is just chock full of ideas and techniques, and in full color, as I mentioned before. Nice glossy pages, laid out beautifully, easy to follow step by steps. This is much more than just a war game type of a booklet. This is about scenery and the techniques used to create this type of scenery. This booklet is full of references and very simple techniques on how to recreate these different types of elements. This is broad based, can be used on all of our different types of vignettes and dioramas. So I highly encourage people to take a look at this. Just for the references alone, it's well worthwhile. Till the next time everybody, take care and happy modeling.